and I was telling Lation to and tell them to come, and then they said yes. Then they met the Lys River. They dodged the cocoon. So from here, and this is where I engaged. I was like, okay, good. They are like literally almost within the lane. So I was like, okay, good. We can like they are going to come and back me up. I can start the fight decently early, and they will be here in time because I'm also the lane gangplank.
Yeah.
But then instead of continuing to walk top here, he decides to.
Yeah, so I think Cola is right here. You should just, especially after the cocoon, there, you should just keep puffing top lane. I understand your hesitation when you see the Elise, like you know that she can, or you think that she's gonna be able to back up the GP.
And
like
not just
maybe
that, we also have the Tara here, which is also why it's a really
So point A, we also have the Karma, so we will most likely gonna have a numbers advantage. But also point B, the Elise is gonna have to take a really awkward path, and she's gonna be late to. But okay, so what happened there? Like you took a lot of damage.
No, I was already low from already, and I also went into the trade with GP when he had already reset, and I hadn't yet. And here we tried to catch out the gangplank, but it didn't go so well.
Can we go back and let me see from your perspective when you taunt GP.
Yeah. So let's go.
So did he ult there?
Yeah, he ulted.
Okay.
So I was fairly low because he obviously just poked with Q and whatnot, and then we called the play top. So I was like, okay, good, I can go in. I have my shield up and my W, so I do.
Okay.
Like nullify his shit and get my shield back up, and now he's suddenly also really low. But then.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you still have ult on field 6, I think that's just a free kill on the GP.
Yeah, not to mention the outcome just turns horrible after.
Yeah.
And we're basically out here, but Elise does this really weird thing. Like she actually goes around the alcove to come in here. Like while because we said obviously push it out. It's just bad spot, and Gangplank just chugs cookies and whatnot.
But also another thing, in this case, I don't think it applies, or I mean, it always applies, but in this case, your call was the correct one. But the point I want to make is what Legion said, that sometimes he's just not gonna, sometimes he's not gonna be able to do things, even if it looks from your perspective like it's a really good play or something, or he just doesn't.
The argument. The argument was that they said they were coming top, so I obviously went in.
Yeah, but
and then they didn't tell me that they turned at the least, which means we didn't have the same idea, thought process in the team.
You can go to Tara's Switch, and you can hear I say Elise is here.
Yeah, but I mean, what does that mean? I don't know. That means that you're not continuing to go top.
I just cannot straight up walk towards top lane.
Which
you're obviously expecting me to come.
Okay, so I think what Cola is asking for here is that you are a bit more clear. Okay, Elise is here. We have to zone her away, or we have to fight her, or something more than.
No, but just saying that Elise is here doesn't mean I can't she's interrupting. Not to mention, as I said, I thought you were with Zatara. You were with Zatara, so what is Elise gonna do against you two? Not to mention you dodge the cocoon. The only way she can stop you.
I mean, it's not even about the situation. It's just you constantly picking on it 2 minutes after.
I didn't pick. We have Zatara's stream. I didn't pick on it.
You actually picked.
But that was the initial thing that I said. Both of you talked about it a lot afterwards, which is really bad. That was the worst thing this whole game.
I mean, you can just check if you and think what you said was good, and then if you think that's good, then it's fine for me. If you think you didn't pick, then it's also fine. If it's your opinion, it's also fine.
No, I mean, look, if you actually want to the argument to go into the argument if I picked on it or not, then I don't remember, because I just remember that we talked about it a bit after when I died, literally when the play was basically still going on because the play had never ended, and then I was asking why I just didn't come instantly when nothing allegedly stopped you.
Yeah, just watch what then. If you want to see what you said.
I remember. You did pick on it, and Legion did. Both of you kept the argument going for too long. Both of you had chances to just say that. Okay, let's talk about it after the game.
2 minutes straight. Why don't we come top? It's still free.
I know.
Yes, no flash.
That wasn't the play. That was when you were farming.
No, I'm not saying about
that. That was here. Look,
how you responded was absolutely giga shit. That's my point. and that pissed me off the whole game long. That's why I also couldn't concentrate, because you just trash talked for 2 minutes straight, even though I tried to talk normally, and then I just had to say you're fucking annoying in the game. That's
Okay,
why.
wanna watch the VOD now? We can actually watch the VOD.
But
Okay,
guys,
bring-
like, it doesn't really matter though. Or like, the point is
No,
that
it doesn't. It really doesn't.
yeah,
As I said, he can watch the VOD and then thinks of what he
Yeah.
wants to.
the point is that you need to always think about how do we like make the best out of the current situation. Like all the time you should be thinking like that. And when you're arguing about something that's already happened, which can't be changed, and if you like, no matter what you conclude out of that argument, it's not going to have any effect on the rest of the game, then you know that, okay, this is not something we should be talking about right now. This is something for the like after game analysis. So like no matter what you like, even if you have a really good discussion, it's still gonna have a really negative impact on the game, or like and
I mean, I agree with the fact if we say I shouldn't have stoned. I definitely agree with that, and I also agree that I was like playing too passive in that situation, considering Star was still behind me. But in that scenario, I just was that's just how I decided, and it was a mistake. I'm fine with that. I'm just not fine on how we responded afterwards. 2 minutes long. That's all I'm saying.
No, the
No,
point
really
was
one
you said
takes,
Elise was here, but what, like, yes, we see Elise on the minimap. Like, I don't understand that means you're gonna turn and try to fight her.
Yes, and that's why I said it was a mistake. I
Okay.
should have ran.
No, I mean,
I
it's
put
fine
too
if you
much
want to
into it.
turn. If you judge that you want to turn, that's fine. I mean, just tell that to me so that I can, like, know to cancel or get out. Because going in on Gangplank with low HP literally can get me killed for no reason.
I know.
And I'm just trying to stall
But
for him.
if you also look at the timing, like the moment you went in, the Elise showed. So I had like a split second to the side and then decided the wrong thing. So it's not like I can't say in that exact moment, okay, don't go in anymore because you already went in. Because it was just an unlucky timing that she was already there. You can literally check on when she's trying to throw the cocoon at me and when you engage, it's literally at the same time. So even if I say it goes out, I still have to come. Yes, agreed. But then again, you were already in it, so you can't turn at that point anymore. So at least just had a very good timing of me stopping there.
Could we go on something else? Like,
yeah, let's not.
You want to go on Satara? Like all the team fights?
I mean, like I said, or like we always said, the team fight is bullshit from us. Me to communicate more. Like I felt like 2 seconds before, like on 3 days ago, we talked a lot more. Also me, obviously. It just that we should call out more what we're going to do in a split second, or like who we are going for. Like even if you just scream like Elise, like then do it.
We have to have a shot call for team side, and we don't have that for right now.
I mean, I feel Furby is doing like, I mean, as good of a job as we can, considering we haven't like made him our official shot caller.
I think we have though, haven't we? Furby, are you here?
I mean,
Yeah.
No,
No, I
did-
said for the Swedish team, not for the German one.
Oh, okay.
Because both teams have different like issues or whatever.
Yeah, so sure. It's me who's getting confused by it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine if Bobby calls out stuff, but I don't think he's in the mindset of like saying on what we have to focus. Like for example, in this game, if Furby tries to shot call while he's on site, then what we have to focus on, what targets we should focus, there is no point. So it rather has to be someone that is actually always in the fight. And yes, it could be Furby, but for example, in this scenario, it wasn't. So we have to have another person, and that should most likely be Maoki or Zetara.
So I think if you're still up for it, Furby, I think you should still be the main shot caller
For
this team as
German?
well. Yeah.
okay, yeah, sure.
But as Legion says, like some situations, it's not going to be ideal for Furby to do the shot calling. For example, I think it's really good what you're doing, Legion, in the early game, like how you're talking about how you're pathing and like what you're looking at and stuff like that. So I think you should keep doing that. But I think Furby should be the one who makes the like bigger decisions, and also if you want to do more like micromanaging as well, I think that's fine as well, as long as everyone is okay with it. But yeah, like for these situations like this, if Furby's in a side lane, then we might need a backup shot caller for if like when things happen elsewhere on the map. and for that, I'm not sure actually who it should be. What do you guys think? Is anyone? Do we have any volunteer or someone who thinks anyone else should be the one?
I mean, realistically, it's not about who is up to do it. At some point, it has to be one of the bot laners. So if we say it right now, one of the bot laners should do it, then they can work on it, and then get.
Honestly, I think like if no one wants to do it, it should be an equal responsibility between everyone.
Yeah, problem with that is that it's gets easily confusing, or like people don't know who to like. If two people are doing it at the same time, then people don't know who to listen to, and stuff like that. So like even if we have, even if that's like what happens in practice, like multiple people do it, or like we figure out a way to do it like in a more distributed way, we should still have someone like on paper who is the responsible, so that we know that okay, if this person says something, then that's what we listen to, so that we get more organized about it.
You should probably do one of the German people, bearing in mind they're always playing. Seems a bit troll to do one of the people who is only playing half.
Yeah. That is true for sure. Yeah.
I mean, since Furby is probably like guaranteed.
Kola, you broke off there.
Okay, since Furby is probably guaranteed like the primary mid laner of the German team in the Prime League, like I don't think it would be too bad for him to be the shot caller.
Yeah. I think Furby is fine as like the like we talked about, like the primary, but we need a secondary as well.
No. I mean, like somebody like didn't Adam say that basically because Furby only plays with the German team half the time, it's like pointless to make him the shot caller.
I think it's pointless. It just seems questionable because what happens when Furby isn't playing? It's like then
No, yeah,
suddenly
but like
we don't have one. So I mean.
yeah, but he's gonna be like probably be the mid laner for the like German team.
Yeah, I think Furby is
Yeah,
going
but
to be
even if half the scrims he's not playing, it just like at the moment it just kind of fucks everything up if you want
Oh,
to
yeah,
make a
those
foundation and then like
maybe Arch could like help fill us in a bit here. Arch, are you here?
About what?
So we're talking about appointing a primary shot caller for the German team, and then Adam pointed out that it's probably a good idea to have one of the players who is always a part of the German roster. But like with the one we talked about to do it was Furby, and he's he's not German, so it's not necessarily one of the main players. But the way I think about it is like Furby plays most of the game in the German roster anyway.
Yeah.
If we want to say a secondary shot caller, I think it should still be Maoki. Just considering he's playing
He
ADC.
doesn't say anything. Like he says himself.
Yeah, so we work on that, so he does.
Yeah, but guys also remember that like for an AD carry who like only has hyper damage and not much else, it's kind of hard to. I mean, you kind of. I would almost think like the people who engage or like find good opportunities should be the ones to call.
Like ideally, you don't want it to be the same person all the time, because like for example, I think why Legion is proposing Maoki, or and also the reason why I think ADC is really good in a lot of fights is because it's usually the main damage dealer, which means he's the one who's gonna kill the targets. So then
if you don't focus on bot lane, and then it's mostly Furby.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it's gonna depend, but I mean, it's still gonna be the main like DPS most of the time, or like, especially if in more normal team fights when you're fighting front to back, or like the focus is more on the ADC. Then it's the ADC who dishes out the most damage, like the most consistent damage, and he knows his own limits, like where can he position, like which target can he actually do damage on. So like if someone else says, you need to focus the enemy ADC. Like back in the old days when you were in bronze and people said focus ADC, and then the ADC has to like flash into the backline and instantly
I'm just trying to say like shot caller and like team fight shot caller doesn't have to be the same. Like somebody saying like give up Drake or go for Drake or stuff is not the same as Kalista.
Yeah.
Okay. I think in
the team fight shot caller, not the normal shot caller.
Yeah,
in the
that's fine.
current team, I don't see anyone capable of shot calling besides Furby. Now that doesn't mean that someone couldn't like develop into a shot caller, but right now I wouldn't feel confident in anyone else being primary shot caller. So what we could do is we do Furby for the time being. If someone wants to like work on that and you know develop themselves a shot caller, then please do, and then we will help you with that. But like, yeah, that's just the situation how it is now.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Although I wanna just for the record, just wanna ask Mauki, would you be interested if you got help and everything with trying to be the shot caller? Would you be interested in trying that?
I mean, honestly, no.
Okay. No, it's fine. Just
I mean,
be honest.
I'm actually like a bit. I'm trying in team fights a bit to do
Yeah.
it, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like for me personally, from experience, it just doesn't make much sense when the ADC is the shot caller because we don't make the plays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It's like when I don't play Ashe, of course, but.
Yeah,
you just
so-
right click and you don't have any engage abilities. There's a bit weird to like call engages and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Which is
that's
also-
why it's like more normal if you have like an engager for them to call the engage, right? Like
Yeah, but that's also a problem. Like it can change. Sometimes it can be the support. Sometimes it can be the jungle. Sometimes.
yeah,
it
but I
can
think
be
that's
the
just fine. If it's like engages, like you can just have whoever's engaging call I'm engaging sort of
Oh
thing.
yeah. I'm
But
fine.
like,
with
it's
that
more
also.
it's more like overall macro stuff that I think it's the stuff you need to like decide who's
I'm not sure if I
actually calling for.
said it differently on what I tried to say when I said Mauki should do it. I was only talking about what focus we can do
What do you mean?
while we know he's the hyper carry. Like, I think him calling out my engages is like really stupid. But let's say if I engage and he says this target is the best for him to obviously attack, then we should also go for it. At least the people that are around. If I'm in their backline, I'm not gonna turn around and
Yeah,
focus the other guy. That's obviously I know that. But just for the other guys that are around him, should know that what target we should focus.
Yeah. So
I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but like when we're team fighting, I try to call the target we should focus.
okay, that's
The
really
thing
good.
is, like, I don't even know how often you need it. Like, I feel like if it's obvious who the target is, like everyone should probably just.
You
like,
should watch
be hitting
this.
them down.
You should watch these scrims. It was very needed in this.
Oh, was it like really bad? I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, the fights were like pretty hard, or like not. It wasn't obvious
Yeah.
which targets to.
But like, if Mauki's hitting someone, then if Tsar is playing like a ranged support or even a melee, maybe it's probably logical that they're hitting the same person, right? If they're together and like.
It's, for me, it's only about like the really random skirmishes that we kind of have, like a 5v5. Obviously, if we have a target that we can just go on and we're all on it, he doesn't have to scream 5 times the name the champions that we're focusing
Mhm.
because it's kind of obvious. But just like when we have like these random fights and it's like really chaotic, we just have someone in the back line that can just say, alright, this is the focus I can do. Please can we go on this guy? The guys that are around. That's why I said if I'm engaging or if Kola is engaging or whoever is engaging, he's most likely not gonna be there for the same target. And I'm not gonna be there as well if I do an engage, as I said. So it's formally only really for the chaotic fights. At least in my opinion. But then we just have to know that like if he calls out these things, we have to listen to it.
Actually,
I mean, I also have to say to this that I'm not really that comfortable of shot calling. Just throwing that out there.
but you like target calling or like calling which target you like prefer
No,
to.
that's fine.
That's
That's
fine,
fine.
yeah.
But like anything above that is like.
Yeah, but no, I think that's fine. Like that, I think that's the most natural for ADC to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The only thing we need.
Start assigning like one shot caller calls the targets, one shot caller does lane assignments, one shot caller does I don't know vision. Like that's gonna be so confusing. right?
Yeah, no, for sure. But I think like target calling, I think is a bit different, and I think that it makes sense to.
I think Leiteon could. I don't know. Are you comfortable with shot calling Leiteon?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say Legion as well. Like I think Furby should be main shot caller, and then Legion should be secondary, and then Marky can do.
But I
target
think
calling.
for Leiteon might be more of an issue of just like speaking up and like taking control of the situation, because often it doesn't really matter if you're not 100% sure about it, but just make sure everyone is following you. That's just as important.
Yeah, and then the rest of you also, you know, have to respect the call, even if you don't agree with it, and everything like that. Like we always need to. It's almost always more important to be on the same page than, you know, to make the perfect call, and then people having different ideas on what to do.
I mean, it's like the situation when we had, where we like, I don't know, we like picked off one or two guys. Furby said we should try to go for it at the end, and then I'll say we should go for the Baron because it's free. When we know Furby is the main shot caller, we have to listen to him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine arguing about the thing, about not arguing, but like making decisive decisions together. When like Furby says as a main shot caller we should go for this, and then I'll say, oh, we should go for Baron, then like obviously we're not gonna be like, I don't know, childs that say like my opinion is right. We obviously go for the play that we think suits the best, but just generally that we have the favor onto Furby in that case.
Yeah. But then also Furby has the choice to change his mind, of course, and like say, oh yeah, we can do Baron, which I think he did in this game. But yeah, if Furby says no, we're going for them, then that's what we're doing. So yeah, we just have like a more clear structure of who we should listen to in these situations.
Then again, it's like when Furby says we're gonna go for the end, I'll say we should go for Baron, and Furby says no, we're gonna go for the end, then we have to go for it.
Yeah.
As long as we're on the same page, it's really fine.
Yeah.
Even if it's a bad call or good call, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If we all do a bad call, it's better than. Yeah.
And then Furby, if you're like, I mean, I guess this is kind of next level, but also like if you're really confident, for example, like going for an end, and you feel that, or I mean, for example, Legion says, shouldn't we just get Baron? You know, it's free or whatever. And then you kind of feel that the rest of the players are they don't really see it the way you do. Try to be like more, like convince them that, yeah, I know, like I'm sure of this, like we can end the game. Because that, you know, it brings confidence to the rest of them, and then you're also more likely to succeed, because people aren't going to be like subconsciously hesitant or like be like second guessing the decision.
I would follow Furby to death, no matter what.
That's good.
Okay, so do you have something else to say about the games? Like Leon just joined and can say something maybe.
Sorry, what did you say?
I mean, if something else to say, like for example, watch my stream. Do you say something about me, because like I felt like that game it felt very strange to me.
Oh, okay, yeah, you said something about like you felt you didn't do anything in the mid game or something.
Mid-game,
Wait, don't we have a VOD review tomorrow?
We do.
What?
But we're not gonna be reviewing these games, right?
I haven't decided. We could if you want.
Okay, I think these games would be at least game 2 and 3 maybe. Oh, not 2, wait. Maybe just game 3 then.
I think 3, yeah.
Yeah, I think 3 is probably pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too. Alright.
But yeah, I think I know what you mean, Sitara. Like you did a lot of, you know, running around, and like not much happening. But I think it's I don't think it like some of the time maybe you could have like done something better, but a lot of the time it was just, you know, you being in an unfortunate situation because of other things that happened which were out of your control, like someone getting picked off somewhere, or, you know, the enemies forcing something which was like unexpected, or things like that. But I do remember one thing which I thought about when I watched you. It was like, I think they just got Baron or Herald. I can't remember what time it was, but they just they took an objective at you know, top side of the map, and then Drake was gonna spawn in like.
Yeah, I didn't back.
Yeah, but the main thing I was gonna point out was that you were clearing their vision around Baron.
No.
Yeah. Which like after it just happened, it doesn't. The only reason to do it is to, you know, get gold for you pretty much, because there's no rush to clear that vision at that time. It's more important to, you know, get the reset off and build vision around Drake before they like try to get there before the enemies. But yeah, we can take the third game to do a VOD review about. I think that's good. I was thinking about focusing on laning phase. If you guys have any other wishes or like any other proposal, we could also do
Team
that
fight.
instead. Team fight. Yeah, that's a good proposal. What the rest of? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I felt like at least bot lane, we often got like killed because of their mistakes.
Yeah.
What was game one like? Game one was Leona and something else against. Okay, like, we couldn't do anything against that. Second game was just a storm, and third game, well, Clissy died like level 2 because of 2 turret shots. Otherwise, I didn't want to do anything because it was just too risky. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. What do you rest of you guys think? Do you have any preference of what the theme should be?
I don't mind. Honestly, I don't even know what my main issues are as a personal player, so I think focusing on the team as a whole is probably more efficient.
All right.
Dude, Bobby, your problem is sleep, bro. You need to get sleep.
Dude, shut the fuck up.
Okay, I was the MVP this game. Shut the fuck up.
I think I'm like kind of average at everything, to be honest.
You're solid for sure. Like I wouldn't say average. I would say like, but yeah, I think I could probably like find some weaknesses if I looked more closely.
Please. I've been trying to work on the thing with fucking the side waves and shit. That was talking about me fucking up the tempo because I want to cheese people. I stopped doing that.
Yeah, like trying to cheese people is usually not a good idea unless it's like really likely to happen the way it like yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, I think that was all I had to say at least. Do you guys have anything else you wanna talk about?
I have something.
Yeah.
How do all of you feel about doing a 1v1 tournament sometime soon?
I'm support.
just play Karma. Just play Karma. You're gonna beat everyone. Like she said.
Depends on the price, because I will.
Depends on the price. Wow, so
Yeah.
greedy.
True.
That's the only reason I played the last one, because I wanted the profile picture.
You got a rule for you saying King of
Okay,
1v1.
we will think of a good price.
You can't get out of bed for less than like.
I'm not gonna lose a 1v1 tournament ever. So
You're gonna come drunk.
I could actually wait. I can actually do it drunk actually next time. That's a good idea.
If Furby wins the drunk 1v1 tournaments, I'm
Dude, one shot before and after every game. Let's go.
The more you go into the tournament, the better you are.
Yeah, but Maoki won't be able to play.
Oh yeah.
Well, we all can't drink, guys.
Wait, what? What the